Hello guys, welcome to my tips on taking care of yourself and finding that power within you. And I wanted to focus on the heart chakra today. So I did this. I was just creatively inspired to channel what the messages were that I was receiving. So we are in a time, especially now, where there's a lot of injustices that we're witnessing, and there's a lot of action out there, whether it's positive or negative, uncomfortable or natural. Whatever the feelings are, that can bring up a lot of anger and feeling mad about the situation or resentful towards people or others. And even outside of what's going on around the world right now with the protests and the Black Lives Matter movement, there's other ways we might feel injustice and anger and resentment, even sadness, right? And I guess what I want to tell you today and what I want to teach you and guide you through is how we can use those emotions to channel them into a state of power and empowerment, right? If we're able to detach from the emotions, we then free ourselves from that anger and that low vibration energy and into something of a higher vibration where we are able to look at things from a higher consciousness or from our higher self, and how we can free ourselves from those emotions so that they don't take over us and take control over us, even in our daily lives. So another thing I wanted to share was from this book. It's called The Book of Exploration, and there's cards to go with it, but I left it at my office. I haven't been there because of the COVID situation. But there are a couple cards I wanted to read off very quickly. Why are we so hard on ourselves? And by the way, this is the card for I forgive. Why are we so hard on ourselves? We find it easy to perform self-torture in so many ways. I should have been nicer to my mother. We cry. Or, I should have paid more attention to what he really wanted, and now he's gone. It is easy, too, to be critical of others. Our lives are full of everyday judgments towards our friends and loved ones. We blame or attack one another constantly, at home, at school, in the workplace, so much so that it becomes second nature. It's very relevant for what we're all going through. Now it is the time to rethink the scenario. Let's use forgiveness as a gateway to understanding. To love yourself and others is to forgive both you and everybody else. It's the alternative to beating yourself up in all those clever ways you've invented. Forgiving yourself is a very simple concept, but not at all easy to do. It takes a lot of practice getting rid of that nagging inner voice that never sleeps and seems bent on making you feel miserable. Try also to forgive the people who have not behaved nicely towards you. Do it one person at a time. You don't have to pick up the phone or call. This is work you can do on your own from within, right? It's all about finding that power within you, right? 'Cause it's always there. Sometimes we forget it and get wrapped up in the habit or our own beliefs. With time, your aura of forgiveness will affect your relationships with those people. It'll open your heart space. It may not change all your relationships, but it will ease things for you by clearing the space that exists between you and them. You don't have to pardon everyone all at once. This is the beginning, but you'll feel better almost immediately. It's all about taking the time to forgive and allowing forgiveness to happen. First, you start with a person you know best. Open your journal and say out loud, I forgive myself for. Put your judgments in a box and lock them up while you're writing. All right, and there's one more. So that was the card for I forgive. The next one is the card for why. I love the card why. When people got the why, they never knew how to respond to it when I would use it in group settings, but the journal book that goes along with it, it's great. Why needles us. It takes us to that bottomless pit, the unanswerable questions of life. Why did this have to happen to him? Why me? Why now? Why leads us to soul questions such as why was I born and why am I here? Why allows us to judge others. We say, why can't you be more like your mother? Why don't you get a decent job? Why can also open the door to good ideas. Why don't we turn the garage into an office? Why not take the kids to Europe with me on my business trip? Why can feed our indignation? Why do I have to clean my room? Why is it always up to me to pay the bills? Why enables us to niggle and prod? Why don't you finish school and get your degree? Why gets us off the hook? Why bother? Why should we go to his party when he didn't come to ours? Why feeds our anger? Give me one good reason why I should do that. Why also opens the door to hope. Why can't we try to be friends again? Why don't we see more of each other? Why don't we try doing something different to improve our community? You get the drift. Now it's your turn. Make a list of the why questions in your life. Why? Well, why not? So I will be going into this further because I see this as a step to really truly unleashing your inner warrior that's within you and taking and awakening to your own personal power to resolve whatever it is, or to make the changes in your life if you no longer want to feel sad and resentful towards yourself or others, or angry toward yourself or others. We can learn to start forgiving through understanding and curiosity and opening our mind to having conversations. So I will be teaching, I'm excited, a 3-day free training called Unleash Your Inner Warrior and Soulrise Success. Anyways, that is tomorrow, is the first day from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. I am more than welcome to have you guys there. You do need to have the information for the Zoom because it is virtual. And to do that, you will need to sign up through my subscription page. And I will try to tag that or pin that to this comment or post in some way. But I hope this was a start for you. We will go into this further tomorrow in day training 1. I will see you guys there. Bye.